In a time of darkness and strife, when Britain was fractured into warring kingdoms, a legend was waiting to be born.
The land bled under the reign of Uther Pendragon, a powerful king consumed by war and a forbidden desire. His only confidant, the enigmatic sorcerer Merlin, wove magic and prophecy through the threads of fate.
Open the gates! I am the Duke of Cornwall, and I demand entry. That very night, Igraine's husband was slain in battle. You must raise this boy as your own, Sir Ector. Until the time is right, he is merely your second son. Swear you will protect him.
I swear it.
Must you dawdle, boy? I haven't all day.
Nearly done, Kay. It must be perfect for the ceremony.
Years pass. King Uther Pendragon dies without a known heir. The kingdom falls into chaos, lords and knights fighting for the throne.
Then Merlin returned. He prophesied that a sign would soon appear, revealing the rightful high...
Golden letters were carved upon the stone, declaring a divine challenge.
Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone and anvil is...
A great tournament was proclaimed. Knights and lords came from across the land, each eager to prove their worth.
The strongest warriors, the noblest barons, none could move the sword even an inch. It held fast.
Sir Ector arrived with his sons for the tournament. Sir Kay, newly knighted, was eager to compete.
Arthur, go back and fetch it for me.
Arthur rode back, but found their lodgings locked. Desperate not to fail Kay, he worried what to do.
Wait! Here is a sword. I shall take this one for my brother.
He did not know of the inscription, nor the challenge. He saw only a sword available when he needed one.
And easily, smoothly, as if pulling a sword from a scabbard, Arthur drew...
Kay instantly recognized the fabled sword in the stone. His mind raced with ambition. Could it be?
Father, look!
I have the sword in the stone. Therefore, I must be king.
Where did you get this sword, Kay? Put it back where you found it, boy.
It won't budge, Father.
Stand aside. Let me try.
Now you try, Arthur. My lord, you are the king.
Merlin brought you to me as a babe, Arthur. You are not my son by blood. You are the son of Uther Pendragon.
A beardless boy, a base-born squire. We will not bow to him!
Again and again they demanded tests. At Pentecost, at Candlemas. Each time the mightiest knights failed.
Arthur is our king. We will have him and no other. Shame on those who oppose God's will.
And so, the lords reluctantly knelt.
But the crown did not bring peace. Many lesser kings refused to bow to the young monarch. Rebellions simmered across the land.
For Camelot! Charge! His courage was infectious, his skill unmatched. But in one fierce battle,
The sword from the stone, strained beyond its limit, broke beneath him. A king needs more than one sword.
A boat appeared.
The sword is mighty, but the scabbard is worth 10 of the blade. While you wear it, you shall lose no blood.
Arthur turned, wielding Excalibur. Its divine light shone upon his knights.
With his kingdom secured, Arthur established his court at Camelot, a beacon of hope and chivalry in a dark land.
And at its heart, Merlin conjured the legendary Round Table, where all... He married the beautiful Princess Guinevere, daughter of King Leo de Grance.
The fellowship was forged. The kingdom was united. The golden age of Camelot had begun.
Protect the weak. Uphold justice. Speak the truth.
It was a time of legends, of heroes, of magic. But even the brightest light...
Camelot flourished. Under King Arthur's rule, guided by Merlin.
My life, my honor, and my sword are your, my liege.
Camelot is strengthened by your presence, Sir Lancelot. Welcome.
In tournaments, Lancelot proved unbeatable. His skill with sword and lance was unmatched in all the world.
Queen Guinevere watched him, her heart stirred by his prowess and his noble bearing. He was the perfect knight.
A forbidden love blossomed in the heart of Camelot. A love born of admiration and proximity.
Lancelot was torn. His loyalty to Arthur, the king who had given him everything, warred with his overwhelming passion for Guinevere.
Guinevere too wrestled with her heart. She loved her noble husband, but
Only Merlin saw the tragedy unfolding. He foresaw the heartbreak, the betrayal, the destruction this love would inevitably bring.
observe the sigil closely, Nimue. It requires not just power, but focus.
See how the symbols intertwine.
I feel the power stirring within me. My love.
It is yours now.
But Nimue desired his knowledge, not his love.
And one day, in the mystical forest of Brocelion, Arthur, listen. You are alone now.
With Merlin gone, another power began to stir in the shadows.
She harbored a bitter resentment against her half-brother, a complex mix of envy, ambition, and perhaps a twisted love.
Trained in the dark arts, Morgan began weaving her own plots, seeking to expose Camelot's hypocrisies and seize power for herself.
Why? Why did the magic fail?
This child, bored of incest and dark magic, was destined from birth to be Arthur's.
Despite these shadows, the quests continued. Arthur sent his knights to face trials that tested their courage, piety, and loyalty.
Who will test my mettle? Strike off my head today, and I shall return the blow upon the next New Year's Day.
Lancelot performed miracles of valor, rescuing maidens, slaying dragons, his fame eclipsing even the king's. He was the perfect knight, but his secret sin gnawed at him. His perfection was flawed by his love for the queen, a crack in the foundation of Camelot.
This act is linked to the appearance of the ultimate quest, the Holy Grail, a mystical vision of the Grail.
We will not rest until we have found the Grail!
Arthur was filled with foreboding. He knew this quest, born of piety.
The quest tested them all. Sir Percival, the innocent fool, lay.
But the Grail was destined for another. A new knight arrived at Camelot.
He fearlessly took his place at the Siege Perilous, the empty seat at the Round Table fatal to any but the chosen Grail Knight.
And it was revealed that Galahad was Lancelot's own son, born of an enchantment, yet destined to surpass his father in spiritual purity.
The wound bleeds still.
They reached the mystical castle of Corbenic, where the wounded Fisher King kept his vigil, guardian of the Grail.
Tell me, honored lord, what is your wound, and whom does the Grail serve?
His quest complete, his soul perfected, Galahad prayed for release. Percival retired to a life of contemplation. Sir Bors alone returned to Camelot, bearing the tale of the Grail's finding and Galahad's ascension.
Camelot celebrated the news, but Arthur's heart was heavy. The quest was... Camelot rejoices in your return, Sir Lancelot.
Well done, my friend.
And watching from the shadows, Morgan Le Fay smiled. The Grail quest had weakened Camelot.
A new knight arrived at court, introduced as Arthur's nephew. It was Mordred, raised in secret by Morgan Le Fay.
Arthur, unaware of his true origin or the darkness in his heart, welcomed him to the Round Table.
Mordred watched Lancelot and Guinevere, his eyes missing nothing. He became Morgan's agent, her weapon within Camelot's walls.
The Queen shows too much favor towards Lancelot.
They say Mordred is behind this, stirring trouble.
Agravain is certainly jealous.
The whispers reached the king's ears. Arthur dismissed them. His faith in Lancelot and Guinevere.
The king is blind. We must show him the truth.
We have proof, your grace. Lancelot and the Queen are guilty of treason.
You lie! I will not hear these slanders against my wife and my finest knight. Announce the hunt. Leave the Queen alone. My knights and I will watch her tower.
I agree to this test, Mordred. But know this, I do it for the realm.
Arthur rode out, his heart heavier than lead. He prayed they were wrong. He prayed for his wife, for his friend.
Seize the traitor.
Take him.
Traitor! Adulterer! We have you now! But Lancelot was the greatest knight alive. He killed one knight barehanded, seized his sword, and turned to face the others.
My king, it is disaster. We were overwhelmed. We were outtaken.
I vow to return. I will rescue you if need be.
He fought his way out of Camelot and vanished into the night, his world shattered, his honor stained.
My lord, the proof is undeniable. Lancelot was caught with the Queen, and several knights are dead.
Bound by law and his own grief, Arthur had no choice. Adultery was treason. The Queen must be judged.
The sentence was passed. Guinevere, Queen of Camelot, was condemned to burn at the stake.
Lancelot appeared, charging with his loyal kinsmen, swords flashing, cutting down all who stood in their way. Chaos erupted. Lancelot fought like a demon, his only thought to save his queen.
Gareth, look out! No, stop! The rescue was complete, but the cost was catastrophic. The Fellowship was shattered. Camelot stood wounded. The rescue had saved the Queen's life. My king, Lancelot has done this. He has murdered my kin. This cannot stand.
Your love blinds you, Arthur. The law demands justice for the dead.
He is family, Gawain. How can I condemn him? We must pursue him. We must wage war. There can be no peace until Lancelot pays for his treason and murder.
Pressured by the grief-stricken Gawain, Arthur reluctantly declared war. The Fellowship would now hunt its greatest champion.
Men of Camelot, prepare the siege. By nightfall, Joyous Guard will fall.
The siege was long and bitter, yet Lancelot refused to meet Arthur in open battle, defending only when attacked.
But Gawain, driven by hatred, rode out each day, challenging Lancelot combat.
This mercy only inflamed Gawain's hatred. He saw it not as honor, but as mockery. Word of the civil war reached Rome. The Pope, horrified, intervened, demanding an end to the conflict.
By papal decree, this conflict ends now. You will return Guinevere to the king, Lancelot, or be cast from the church.
Welcome home, my queen. But he cannot stay, Arthur. I demand that Lancelot be banished from this kingdom.
He sailed away from Britain, leaving behind his king, his love, and the ruins of their fellowship.
Your mercy shames the crown, Arthur. We must pursue him into his own lands.
Enough! Gather the fleet. We sail for France.
Weakened and weary, Arthur finally yielded. He would take the war to Lancelot's doorstep.
Before departing for Gaul, Arthur made his most fatal error. He left his kingdom in the care of his nephew, Mordred.
Mordred accepted, his heart leaping with treacherous joy. His mother's plan.
Arthur sailed for Gaul, leaving Britain weakened, its king and best knights far away.
See for yourselves. These are the king's own words, commanding us to surrender the Northern Watch.
Surrender! Never!
This must be a forgery.
And in the ensuing panic, Mordred declared himself High King. The serpent had claimed the throne. Hear this proclamation. I shall marry Queen Guinevere and legitimize my rule.
I understand and I agree. Grant me leave to travel to London, that I might prepare myself properly.
Open this gate! I am the rightful ruler!
You are no ruler, Mordred. You are a traitor, and this castle defies you.
Mordred raged, laying siege to the tower, but Guinevere held fast.
Word finally reached Arthur in Gaul. Mordred's betrayal. The kingdom usurped. His son fighting against him.
Arthur abandoned his war with Lancelot at once. A greater, darker enemy awaited him at home.
Mordred gathered his forces, rebels, mercenaries, all those who chafed under Arthur's rule, to prevent the truth.
They clashed on the white cliffs of Dover. A bloody battle as Arthur fought his way back onto his own soil. He fell upon the sand, mortally wounded. Arthur knelt beside him, his heart breaking once more.
He is our only hope.
Arthur pursued Mordred inland. The final, inescapable battle was set for Salisbury Plain, on the field of Camlann.
The night before, Arthur dreamt. He sat upon a great wheel that turned.
Do not fight tomorrow, my king. If you fight, you and most of your men will perish.
Arthur awoke, deeply shaken. Heeding the warning, he sent word to Mordred, proposing a truce.
There can be no truce while your banners mock the crown.
The crown is mine by right. This field will decide it.
If you see even a single sword drawn, attack! If you see even a single sword drawn, attack!
As they negotiate, fate intervenes. A lone adder slithers out from the grass near one of the knights. The knight, reacting without thought, drew his sword to kill the snake. The polished steel flashed in the sunlight.
Armies saw a flash of steel. The trumpet sounded. A great war.
It was a battle of nightmare. Friend against friend. Brother against brother. All day the battle raged. Merciless, relentless. Knights fell like wheat before the scythe. By sunset, the field was a wasteland of the dead. The great armies had annihilated each other.
Arthur stood, wounded, leaning on Excalibur, surveying the ruin. Almost all his knights...
And then, Arthur saw him. Across the field of corpses.
Traitor! Now is your doom upon you!
My king, let him be! Remember the dream.
But even in death, Mordred struck back. With his last ounce of strength, he pushed himself up the spear shaft.
Mordred fell dead, and Arthur collapsed beside him, the life bleeding out of him onto the cursed field of Camlann.
My time is near. Take my sword, Excalibur.
Go to the water's edge and throw it far into the lake. Then return and tell me what you see.
My lord, I saw only wind and waves.
Traitor! You have disobeyed me! Go again, and do as I command!
I have done as you commanded, my lord. I cast the sword into the water, but I saw nothing but the waves.
One last time. If you fail me now, I shall slay you with my own hands.
And then, a miracle. An arm.
I saw it, Lord. The arm emerged and took the blade.
Now I know you speak the truth. Help me to the shore.
One of them was Morgan Le Fay, his sister. Her face now filled with sorrow.
Where do you take, my lord?
I go to the Vale of Avalon to heal me of my grievous wound.
The barge moved slowly away, vanishing into the mists that separate the worlds.
Guinevere stood alone on the shore, the last night, weeping for his king.
Who gathered the greatest fellowship the world had ever known.
But whose kingdom, built on honor, was ultimately undone by love, betrayal, and the tragic flaws of human hearts.
Camelot fell. The Round Table was broken, but the legend endures. The once and future king. A story that reminds us of the light that can shine even in... Thank you for joining us in the legendary halls of Camelot.